Hi, Shadia here, and welcome back to my channel. Let's make something quick and easy for breakfast. I'm hungry, aren't you? Okay, I'm gonna try to make this simple and quick. I don't feel like washing dishes. I don't feel like cleaning out a skillet to put something else in it. I'm gonna try this all in one skillet. So I turn my flame onto a medium heat and put about a tablespoon of grapeseed oil in the skillet. We're just going to make sure it goes all the way around the skillet. And to that, I'm going to add, well, this is some chickpea tofu I had made previously, and I used that for my scrambled eggs. So about as much as you think you'll eat. And I could have chopped this up on the chopping board or on a plate, but like I said, I'm being lazy today. I don't feel like cleaning all of that. So yeah, I kind of scorched my fingertips. You see me tapping my fingers because that skillet was hot. Lesson learned. All right, so now we're chopping. Yeah, this is mine, so I'm using my fingers, and I washed my hands. Stop it. All righty. Okay, so we're going to turn this flame down a little to low because I don't want the scrambles to overcook. So I had the vegan apple sausages. I forgot the name brand. And I'm slicing it in half. I should have used my mallet because slices did not come out neat. But who cares? I'm going to eat it. I don't care what it looks like, as long as it tastes good. That was a good strip. All right. And it gets challenging after this, but you get the idea, right? All right. So, I'm going to add all my strips of sausage to the other side. I actually wanted to do this with the zucchini bacon, but I hadn't dehydrated any, so we went with the sausage. And we don't have to watch me slicing the rest of this up. You know I can't slice good without my mallet, right? Okay, so I'm taking a pretzel hamburger bun and slicing that in half, and I'm going to put that in the skillet with my scrambles and sausage to toast, but I'm not going to oil the bread because knowing me, you already know I'm going to think of something else, and I really don't want my bun too cold. I want it kind of warm when I eat it. So let me move my scrambles to the side, get them all together, separate them from the sausage. And oh my God, I just remembered I bought some Famous Dave bagels and I forgot I had them. I just bought them the other day. I could use that for my sausage sandwich instead of the pretzels, but there's always tomorrow. Okay, so back to cooking. I put the buns face down, and I'm taking some Parmesan vegan cheese because that's what I had open. I didn't want to open another bag of cheese when I already had this one open. But it came out really good. So I'm going to let that sit on there, and the flame is still on low, and let that melt up into my scrambles before I add my black salt. I think it's called Calamanak. I think I said that right. Yay. All right, so I'm just going to mix this up, help the cheese melt a little bit. Now I'm thinking, Shadia, you need some more color in your sandwich. What else can you put in here? Voila. I picked some fresh kale out of my garden yesterday. And why not? I already washed them. That's less work. So I'm just slicing that up into, I guess you would call it julienne slices. but real thin slices, so it'd be easy to eat. This kale is so much different than the store kale. I love it. And it grows so fast. It's like every time I cut a bunch off, 3-4 days you see it starting to regrow. Love it, love it, love it. So let's move these buns over. Check them. Yep, they're perfect right where I want them. Flip these sausages over. And we're keeping the flame on low because we don't know what's going in this skillet next. I truly had no idea what I was going to do next. All I knew is I wanted scrambles with cheese and sausage on a bun. And then I said something green. Okay, so we're making space for the kale. In you go. So I'm just going to sprinkle about 1/4 teaspoon of the Calamanak black salt. Oh, I like saying that. Calamanak. Yes. We don't want it too salty. That stuff is really, it tastes very salty, so we don't want too much. So 1/4 teaspoon is just enough, maybe a little less. All right, so let's reposition our buns and let this simmer for a minute. Okay, so now I'm just going to spray lightly some grapeseed oil on my buns and over my kale, just to keep it moist. I don't want to really add any more oil to the skillet. I don't want it too wet. So here we go. Now I'm setting up my plate. Give these scrambles a little mix. And my kale, a little stir. Let me check on my sausages. And the buns, yes, they look good. Nice and toasty. So let's get ready to stack this. But wait, before we start stacking, why not a tomato from my garden? I'm going to slice this in thin slices. And put them onto the skillet just to toast them a little. Warm them up, toast them, fry them, however you want to do it. Just be creative with it. Okay, after about 2 minutes on each side for the tomatoes, let's start stacking. Here we go with our cheesy Calamanak crumbles, chickpea tofu egg crumbles. Now for my apple sausage. And now for my kale. Yes. And lastly, those tomatoes. No, we're going to toast them a little bit longer. Just about another minute. Now, here we go. Tomatoes, 1, 2. And then I'm going to take my agave nectar, and we're just going to drizzle about 1/2 teaspoon lightly, excuse me, over the sandwich. Doesn't that look delicious? And top it off with the top pretzel bun. And here we go, breakfast ready, all in one skillet. So don't forget, if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and do share. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace and love. I'm out.